Tonight on The Roast, gay marriage passes in New Zealand, Black Caviar retires, and the BBC pulls programming from the ABC. Oh God, that means we have to fill more time. Roll the opening titles slowly. You never listen to me. The BBC has announced it will be cutting ties with the ABC, and by extension us, in a move that will give Foxtel exclusive rights to their content. Bruce Marr, the Director of Corporate Communications at Foxtel, defended the deal overnight, saying there's nothing that says that the BBC's taxpayers owe Australian taxpayers anything. And he's right, the BBC's taxpayers don't owe us anything, though I do hope they realise we don't make neighbours for Australian audiences. Still, after 50 years of cooperation with the ABC, the new deal gives Foxtel first dibs to all their shows, beginning from July next year. It's a move that's confounded the ABC, and by extension us, because with Miss Marple gone, who's going to solve the mystery of the missing viewers? Could it be our very own detective Poirot? Doubtful, mon ami. For more, we cross now to Clark Richards. Clark, how has the ABC, and again us, reacted to this?
Well, Tom, a spokesman for the ABC has said they're disappointed that this decision was taken without any consultation. The BBC's changed their locks and aren't returning our calls. I just wonder how long they've been seeing Foxtel behind our backs.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, Clark, because of course this means the ABC will lose some of its most popular shows like New Tricks, Call the Midwife and Peppa Pig.
Oh no, Tom, we get to keep Peppa Pig.
Oh, thank God. But what about Mrs. Brown's Boys? Because that taught me everything I know about comedy.
And that was only the conception.
It's okay, Tom. That's on Channel 7.
Oh, thank God.
But don't you worry about the ABC, Tom. She's a strong, independent broadcaster.
Public broadcaster.
She's a strong, independent public broadcaster, and they're moving on. There is speculation that the ABC could approach ITV or Channel 4 for their fix of cerebral British drama. Shows like I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, Ant and Dec's Saturday Night Takeaway, or The Jeremy Kyle Show.
You mess your manager. Sit down. You mess. Right.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, Clark, they all sound terrible.
Yeah, I admit, Tom, they'd clearly be a rebound broadcaster, which is why I'm taking this opportunity to pitch my own British television shows. So here is the infamous Runeside Abbey. It's been in the family for generations.
And where did the murder occur?
Murder? Oh, there's been no murder.
Then why am I here?
Fancy a cuppa?
Oh.
I picked it up at a garage sale for 5 shillings.
Yes, you can almost hear them hooing. Do you know what they're saying? £5.
Only £5?
Yes, it's never worth as much as you think it is.
Fancy a cuppa?
Oh, Brian, why'd you have to go ahead and die in that fire?
You all right?
No, it's me dead husband's tractor. It's broke.
All right.
All right. Fancy a shag then?
What do you think?
I think I need to get Foxtel. Turning to our second story, and New Zealand has become both the 13th nation in the world and the first in the Asia-Pacific region to legalise same-sex marriage, after a majority of MPs voted in favour of the new bill.
Ayes are 77, the noes are 44.
Woo! There was cheering in New Zealand's parliament. But if you think that's good, wait till you see what happened next. And not just singing, singing in 3-part harmony. I want to buy New Zealand Parliament the soundtrack, because it'd certainly beat our one. Track 3 is probably my favourite.
Oh, why I'll wipe out there on my TV.
Now, the law is known as the Definition of Marriage Amendment Bill, and redefines marriage as a union between two people rather than a man and a woman, something that Australian Marriage Equality National Convener Rodney Croome described as a real game changer. But not for everyone. Prime Minister Julia Gillard today confirmed she won't be moved from her stance against gay marriage, meaning, for now, the only game changers in Australia are cheesy crust fatty ones.
Domino's Chef's Best Grand Supreme from just $8. It's a game changer.
What a letdown. For more now, we cross to Nick Richardson, who joins us live from New Zealand. Nick, New Zealand's same-sex couples must be thrilled.
Oh, not just the couples, Tom. New Zealand is expecting a huge spike in gay tourism. Lots of happy gay couples will travel here to enjoy being equal for a couple of days before returning to Australia and the daily grind of being an abomination.
And I guess New Zealand's gain is Europe's loss, with fewer couples heading out there to get married.
Oh, not just married, Tom. Expect a huge amount of gay couples to head back here to get divorced.
Oh, that's a sad thought.
Yeah, and a rough 3-hour flight. Picture it, Tom. Trying not to brush hands over the armrest, watching episodes of Friends on separate screens, pretending you'll still be friends after all this is over. Then when you arrive, you'll have to fill out your reason for visit form as, yeah, it just didn't work out.
Oh, man.
But it is good news for our tourism, Tom. With the Kiwis enjoying gay marriage rights, the poor oppressed homophobe will have nowhere to experience ancient social values. So where will they go?
Iran.
Australia, Tom, for our new homophobe tours, where they won't have to be confronted by the sight of happy gay couples, and as part of a package, they can have their photo taken next to the grave of a rainbow.
All right, thanks, Nick. And if Prime Minister Gillard is still determined to keep gay marriage out of Australia, let's just agree to recognise New Zealand marriages in Australia.
And just before I go, Tom, I heard about the BBC thing.
Oh, yeah?
Can you just pass my tape to the right people at the ABC?
You bet I can. I'm super influential. Let's take a look.
Beware, female assistant. It's a vacuum cleaner with a colander for a nose. I'll save the day with a handy screwdriver I use in every episode. Ah, another victory for Doctor Who and his latest female assistant. Now let's go back to our blue box for some unresolved sexual tension.
Actually, the ABC's keeping Doctor Who.
Damn it.
Nick Richardson there. Just terrible. And finally tonight, it's the end of an era with the retirement of Australia's champion racehorse Black Caviar. Her trainer and spokeshuman Peter Moody announced yesterday that the 7-year-old mare would retire with a record 25 straight wins, adding,
We decided 25 was a great number.
a great number, if only because it guaranteed Black Caviar's 100% average, as opposed to Don Bradman's humiliating 99.94. For further reactions on the announcement, we cross now to Dave Ferrier, who's live from Flemington. Dave, what are your thoughts on the retirement of this Aussie icon?
Tom, I haven't been this disappointed since... No, I can confirm this is the most disappointed I've ever been, ever.
Right, and well, her retirement really does leave a gaping hole in our sports scene.
I know. Without Black Caviar, who's the Daily Telegraph going to name Sportswoman of the Year? Who's Bruce McAvaney going to yell about? Who's Tom Waterhouse going to think of when he's making love to his human wife? Well, you'll find out the answers to all those questions and more in my new, soon-to-be-commissioned television show.
Oh, not you too.
All right, it's called Australia's Next Top Sporting Animal. 10 animals battle it out to be Australia's next sporting hero. Each week, one animal is eliminated and made into an IKEA meatball until we have our winner, who will win 1 year's supply of a kibble of their choice, or with the ABC's budget, whichever Dr. Carl book is lying around. Think about it, Mr. Scott.
I wouldn't bother, Mr. Scott. So with the racing days over, what's next for Australia's favourite horse? Our reporter with the shiniest coat joins us now from Flemington. Mark Humphries, what does retirement mean for Black Caviar? Does she get a gold watch?
She wishes.
The great mare will retire from the track for a lucrative career as a brood mare.
Yeah, lucrative for her owners, but for Black Caviar, it means stallions she hasn't even met are going to have sex with her.
Okay, but that's how it's always been for successful racing horses.
This is no way to honour Australia's favourite horse. These stallions don't even love her. She's going to be left barefoot and pregnant while they're out planting their might and power into every Mackay diva from Randwick to Flemington.
Well, sure, it doesn't sound that great when you put it that way.
One horse owner said, I think a lot of my stallions would suit her, but so do other stud masters in the Hunter Valley. This isn't right, Tom. It's like an arranged marriage from hell. And for all we know, Black Caviar could be gay.
Gay horses getting married. Not in this country. But at least we'll have a new generation of champion horses to look forward to.
True, Tom. Although it might be a future of sleeping with stallions for Black Caviar, it could actually help the ABC come up with some new content. Like this.
I've heard of being hung like a horse, but this is feckin' ridiculous. I thought retirement meant putting me feet up, but this stallion's been riding me all day.
Is that it?
One more.
I tell you, if there's one benefit to being Black Caviar, it's that I always come first.
All right, thanks, Mark. Man, I've really got to get Foxtel. Good night.